G'day punters, welcome to the mailbag, previewing a really good meeting at Caulfield, powered by puntingform.com.au, the database that we all use. If you haven't used it yet, then we can't really help you, but we're trying to. Hydrated by goat lager, brewed in Victoria, with antibiotics in them.
Maybe. You sound like Donald Trump.
I was going to say, settle down, Bill Gibson. Settle down.
Well, there's something in them. I drink 3 a day. I haven't got the corona. Have you got the corona?
Maybe.
When was the last time you were sick? Never?
Geelong Cup.
Yeah, you.
I was going to say.
No,
You've already had it.
Health-wise.
Yeah. I had it before it was cool.
Anyway, and we're also part sponsored by betfair.com.au. One tip for this week would be watch Betfair from the 10-minute mark to the 5-minute mark. Watch the liquidity grow and then the markets start to be more truthful. There you go. We're going to look at 3 races at Caulfield, races 6, 7 and 8. Is that right?
Yep.
And I'll give you a tip in races 2 and 3 to finish off the show with. Race 6 at Caulfield is the Betfair Bet Back Handicap. It's over 1,200 metres, 100k race, which is interesting in itself. There's a speed map. Pretty tricky speed map, I thought. A few resumers here, Peter. A couple of resumers. All important that you get on the mailbag.com.au and get Nick Noonan's trial set. He'll tell you exactly how they trialled, give you an indication as how they were ridden, were they asked for an effort, were they restrained. You can start to build your map off that. We've also got Curly operating now in provincial Queensland, operating at a very wet Gold Coast track right now, and he'll be where else will he be this weekend?
Toowoomba Saturday night. Home
Saturday
deck.
night, Toowoomba.
It's a bedathon.
Oh, that's a big day.
Big day.
Big day in the cave.
Big day for Curly.
No sport, we've got a bet. We also have the Movers, which is fucking flying. I've never gone better. Yeah, pat myself on the back too hard.
Yeah, huge.
Mailbag.com.au. Anyway, speed map here, tough, tricky race. I couldn't find an angle. Milwaukee can win when that horse is right and forward. It's quite a strong horse. I think I prefer it down the straight at Flemington though. If you look, it's had 3 goes at Caulfield for only a third. But it's a horse that wins at 28% of its starts. So there's definitely, I think there's merit to it wanting to be down the Flemington straight. I'll probably look for it second up, third up, hopefully at Flemington. I thought, outside of that, Order of Command with market support and a track that suits and a perfect ride from Ollie looks the most likely winner. But you've got horses like, how are we going to go with this one? Reykjavik, Earl Smith, market finds it, it's probably going to win.
Remember, we were there on track that day where it was a huge run for off like a 2 months fresh.
Remember? Like, it's probably went faster from like the line to the after 200 than the final 200.
It's capable over 1,200. Dangerous horse.
Dangerous horse. William Thomas, dangerous horse. Vainstream, dangerous horse. Vacillator's got ability. Kingsbrook will improve. A horrible race to bet into. A race that's well worth watching and reviewing though post-race because there's a lot of horses here that are aimed at better races and worth watching and learning from. Anything else, you two?
Yeah, I'll say a couple of things. I thought Travin, my friend, maps okay for this. It looks. I'm just trying to look for. I've said look about 5 times. The 60 kilo horses sort of interest me, but then the horses that I want to try and find to beat them are right down the bottom of the weight. So a horse like Travin, my friend, he'd have to be close to ready. He's usually a 1,400 metre horse, but he's capable. Ran around some good horses last time. He was in work, so Harry Grace claiming 3. That sort of ticks a box for me down to 53 kilos. And the other runner of interest was Music Edition from the Peter Gelagotis yard. 53 kilos, ex-Hong Kong horse. I might have to ring Hutchie and get some mail on him, but that was a horse that had a pretty soft first up run, and I'd be very wary on it, the number 14, Music Edition. I think it raced behind Sizzle Fly, and that's a horse that requires a little bit more information.
Pete, I actually remember you mentioned that you're quite keen on Vainstream here, the main horse of the field with the big figures that's got some race fitness, and it does have a peak figure over 1,100 metres at Caulfield, you were saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not really a race that interests me. I think the market has pretty much zeroed in on all these chances that have some sort of profile, whether it's at the track or the distance or first up. It looks really, really difficult to bet into.
Well, speaking of, let's head to race 7 for the Group 3 apprentices cannot claim handicap. It's not what it's called.
The Easter Cup.
There's a speed map. Up comes the Synth Hold.
Sponsored by a funeral home as well.
Is it really?
Yeah, how apt.
No, they've been a big sponsor for racing.
Okay, fascinating race. So there's a few here who are race fit. 1600 to 800 metre horses getting out 2000. There's a bunch here who might have had one start this preparation who could get like 3200 metres. Phew, what a fucking tricky race. Firstly, you need to deal with Inverloch, who likely leads. Maybe Hellover Street sits outside of it. Hellover Street's, I think, like a 400 to a 600 metre horse, so I doubt he wants to take on Inverloch, who backs up off 7 days.
So honest.
So I think you have to have, if you want to bet into the race, you almost need to, it can't be a losing horse. Star Missile and Salsamore were both good, but I think the race they're coming out of last week was weaker, and I think it's a bit sus. Sosi Bon was pretty good at Bendigo. Doesn't want 2000 though.
No, doesn't run it.
What the fuck are they doing with this horse?
Got no idea. I
I've
can't
got no
believe that
idea
they've
where
taken
it
us
is.
to 2,000 metres.
Yeah.
It's
Skelm, if they go quick, if Hellover Street and like Inverloch and only one more take it on, Skelm does not run a bad race. Doesn't matter where it goes. On pace, bias tracks, Flemington, it's always there in the finish. The horse I wanted to find, I just don't know about this setup, but is Scarlet Dream. Scratched a few times, which scares me. It's now 28 days between runs, but it was really, really big first up at Caulfield, not suited, hit the line really, really strongly. What price are we getting for the it? Does anyone know? Top of the head.
I just had a look. It was $8 at the moment.
Coming off a $16 SP first up, went second to Guizo. Out of that race, Hellover Street's come out and won. Admiral's Joker ran third and went backwards on the benchmark figure, but that damage was done early in that race. Goldfields was plain. Spun Largo went out and won at Albury, but then came back to town and was shithouse. Suppressor matched its benchmark figure. So it's right ballpark on whether you sort of stamp that form line or you're harsh on it. That coupled with the 28 days between runs at the price, I think I'm probably going to let it go and therefore the race, boys.
I sort of understand where you're coming from with Scarlet Dream. The scenario, the likely way that the race sort of pans out might suit her. And yeah, you're getting sort of $8.50 or $9 to try it out. But if there's a few of us finding it, maybe that price won't last. But yeah, very big query over.
But you're kind of hoping that she's ridden midfield.
Yeah,
There's every chance she's not, and then there's, you know how if your rails and run in a staying race and they go and they're really slow and they start to peel and make runs, all of a sudden you're 3 back the fence and you just get washed out the back of the surf and you're last on the corner with no momentum. But it's just a bit of a setup that's not good.
I like her stepping up to 2,000 metres, but the horse I sort of found that was very good the last 2 starts, she's done plenty, was Savacool from the Chris Waller yard.
The angle finder.
I think it's a really
Big switch.
big switch. You got K.O.Hara off, Mark Zara on. As Dicko sort of mentioned, we'll get rails in run. You know, it's run pretty good races behind Natoya,
That's pretty good form.
the Booze Hound, the Pizza Eater, the Cold Horse, and then Missy Beale and Graceful Glamour. All that form sort of stacks up perfectly here. I think the track conditions will suit. And I was just staggered that you could get that price. $19 seems a great each way bet. My best value bet of the day.
I've been with Inverloch the last couple of starts. It's run second to Act Out twice in the last 3 starts, I think it is, or last 4 starts. Comes off a quick backup. It's won at this course and distance so far this prep. Really strong figures.
See what he
But
does.
2,400 back to 2,000.
He might be right. He just doesn't overthink it.
Yeah. I think for me it's
You know what I mean?
it's the clear.
It doesn't need any.
force.
You don't need any luck.
No.
What price would Actia be here? Like $2.
Yeah, I was going to say 240. Yeah.
It's a much better price than the price last start was pretty poisonous. Now it gets probably a dry track. Oh, I'm just petrified. 2,400 twice back to 2,000 metres. Love the horse. Tough. honest horse. Maybe they'll ride it a little bit more conservative to give it a quieter time, but
What do you do mentally if Sosi Bond is currently 950, right? You're sort of penning it. You're penning it. I'm penning it. You're penning it. What do you do if in the last from 7 minutes to 3 minutes out, all of a sudden it's in this 550?
Keep laying it.
Robot malfunction.
I just start to just clench the cheeks. The snufter just starts to go, something's up here that I don't understand. And I think I'll just try and abort everything and get out of the race. It's a horse with unlimited ability.
But
and maybe they know what they're doing.
It's Sosi Bond.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. We all, I think our opinions are quite logical here. They make good sense. If it just went bang and hemorrhaged and some big monster was like, yeah, I'm taking all that.
What about a horse, Star Missile?
Can't win.
Can't win?
Fucking nonny.
Okay.
It just always goes around way too short. What price is it even, is it? $7.
$7.
Like, fuck.
I'd rather take $7 in the lot. Repeatedly.
I'd rather take $7 fucking something.
Happy.
I'd rather take $7 fucking scone. Poisonous.
Should we jump across the race?
Yeah, race 8. Sorry, guys. Race 8. It's over 400 metres. This is a good race.
Group 3.
Group 3, 400 metres at Caulfield Rail True. Expect it's a reasonably fair track on Saturday. 400 metres shoot start. It's not a shoot, is it? It is a shoot.
Not the 400. Wow.
It's its own shoot.
Yeah.
It's its own beast. Short little run into the corner here. Wide draws need to make big decisions. Whew, what a race. We've got some nice horses, some progressive horses, and some sort of number horses, and some real sort of Hail Marys here. The favourite's Wild Planet. Hawk's done. It's had a good little break between pissing in at Flemington. Haunted's here. Dr. Drill's here. These are the horses I want to focus on. Dr. Drill, Haunted, Wild Planet, Spanish Whisper. Less so Runson, less so Seabrook, Manalo Blunick, and Bam's on Fire. I think if you can bet around Wild Planet, which is probably a risky thing to do, you can start to get warm about a bunch of these. Dr. Drill was enormous first up at the Valley when not suited. I think will improve back to Caulfield. He's only had one go there for a locally trained horse, but it went well. Haunted's horse, I think, is the wrong price. It gets Brad Rawiller on, which I'm not sure I love, but the Diamond Effort form's as good as anything right now in Victoria. It was given none, by the way, the track raced at Mornington and savaged the line in some really good closing splits, which makes me confident, happy to take it at 1400. It's had 4 starts at Caulfield for 2 wins, a third and a second. I think the wide draw, there's every chance the wide draws are suited on Saturday. I think it's another tick, and if it is suited, the wide draw, then you can wind out Wild Planet a little bit to build that percentage in your book. It's drawn 2. It's probably going to be rails in run and lose a little bit of momentum. I think Spanish Whisper is dropping back from the Coolmore Classic at Group 1, mares only. But there's a little bit of a break between runs, but if it's firm in the market, it's going to look the winner at some point. Drawn 11, probably sits 3 wide, no cover if ridden with aggression and kicks on that corner. 3 wide, no cover at Caulfield can be a really good spot to be. Just it's a lottery how the track's playing. Runson, blessed last start, happy to be against off that. And the other horse, 2 horses I quite like. Manalo Blunick will get the similar run to Haunted. It was enormous in the same race. It's now 3rd up to 400 metres. Clocked nice closing splits off decent tempo at Flemington. Better closing splits off the walk at Mornington. Merton's off, Noonan on, I think it's a good switch. Suits the horse, knows the horse well. And then Bam's on Fire. It's been up forever. But fuck, it can win. Drawn 4.
Is the camera still on, or is this the rehearsal? Are we still in the show?
I'm just trying
I've
to
nearly
finish.
nodded off. I can't really add too much from what Jack said, and I've zoned out. I've had a long
I'm only
day.
doing 3 races. I'm trying to do them properly for everyone watching.
Mate, I've just tuned out.
Bands of 5 brings really strong form. If it's strong in the market, or if we were on track and it paraded well, it probably gets to run a race.
He's still talking.
There you go, I'm done now.
Manolo Blahnik is going a lot better than the market's sort of suggesting here. Jake Noon jumps back on. He's his regular rider. If they're running on, I think you won't see $17 last. I think this horse loves Caulfield and just keeps getting some not bad steers, but like gets in the wrong spot, and there's things out of his control that sort of happens, and he's a victim of circumstances. I think that's a massive price. A horse that can fluke a very big run first up is Chapata and the Mike Maroney camp.
Angle finder.
The Mike Maroney camp are absolutely airborne at the moment. I think they're the two roughies in the race that I really liked. I've got a lot of time for Bams on Fire. Probably maps very, very well. Petrified a Wild Planet. Probably Penn, Seabrook, Haunted. There's definitely two of this horse. And Spanish Whisper would...
There's 3 of that horse.
Yeah, well, there's 3 of that horse, but it's got class. This is a quaddie killer, this race.
So therefore you'd have to talk about a few horses in it because there's a lot of chances.
Thanks, Jack. Pete?
Dr. Drill at odds to me at double figure quote. I like the fact that this horse just wasn't suited at all there first up. It really wasn't ridden with any intent at all. I think that changes here. I think they have to roll forward and be positive with it. And the horse itself has a good enough level of talent to figure in the finish at a double figure quote. It's a tricky race.
It was an amazing amount of money. I think we were at Cranbourne Cup, the 3 of us. And wasn't the money for Dr. Drill that day unbelievable? It was just you've never seen as like
and it had like a torrid run, didn't it? And it's still pissed in.
Yeah, it was like League Rochelle Cox Plate volumes. Yeah. It was just like every time you looked, it was shorter and shorter, and you just couldn't get your head around why. And as you say, Jack, it absolutely
pissed it.
Exactly.
So what's the play here? Maybe the play here is to put them all in like a first 4. Like you got to have Wild Planet and Bams on Fire in there
slots,
but just hope that they miss, and you've got to
have them in for 4th or something.
Because there's Dr. Drill's big price, Haunted big price, Manolo Blahnik. It's 6 starts or something at the track and trip. 1 win, 5 seconds or something like that.
But it goes super there.
5 seconds, like it's just about 1.
Yeah, exactly. It means you're close.
It means it's loving it. It gets right into its work at Caulfield 1400 metres.
Feels like this show's gone forever.
Feels like this day's gone forever. Like to have a quick shout out to Das. It got me up twice last night in the middle of the night, and had to get up at 5 this morning to prepare for my day.
Jack's the only one with a child at the moment, so shout out to all the parents at home that are working from home. I'm the only one with a child on this panel. Fuck. Best bet, value bet, and lay. I'll say that my best value bet is Savakul. Savakul in race 7, number 11. Pete could be betting on the race at the Gold Coast that we're watching because he's
sick. Fuck.
He's tuned out as well. He's tapping the button, bet fair and play. I think Music Edition's going to run a big race, big sneaky one from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah,
in race 6.
Nice. My value bet is in race 8. Number 4, Haunted, and number 11, Manolo Blahnik. My best is in race number 2. Race 2, number 2, Prophet's Thumb, and race 3, number 6. How do I say it?
Hayington Station.
Hayington Station. Race 3, number 6.
I'm just going to have a small bet on Dr. Drill, and I'll back to lay in the lock.
To wrap things up, Seabrook is my best lay. I'm going to lay at the win and place in race 8 at Caulfield. Dicko's got
Zeus Sonic in race 3, number 5, Zeus Sonic.
Pistol's got Shout the Bar in the AJC Oaks. Check out the full edition of the Sydney show. That's a wrap from us. I'm just going to go kick Dicko's backside in a game of FIFA before he goes and has a nap.
Do another one?
Yes.
Sweet.
I'm close. Thanks, guys. Good luck on the weekend. Happy Easter.
What? That's sweet.